Hey guys, welcome back to Pixie's Brick Shop. I'm starting off the month pretty well. I have one sale from Bricklink. I feel like I'm getting these sales maybe from sending out the wanted list notifications, although this one is, well, there's, I think one of the things they ordered, or one or two of the things they ordered were from things that I just recently uploaded, so I think when I'm sending out these wanted list notifications, that's what's drawing some people in, at least some of the people, so I think I'm going to keep doing those. But yeah, this is going to be vlog number 3 for picking orders, and I might do a few how-to things here as well. But let's go ahead and get started on this order. There's only 3 things, so it's not going to take very long. I already have my printer turned on, so I'm going to go ahead and go to PayPal first and get some stuff set up. Alright, so this is in my activity thing. If you go up to the top where it says home and everything, it'll say activity, and we're going to click on print shipping label, and alright, so one thing I like to do is print the packing slip to put in there until I can get my things ordered, because I still haven't done that. And there's an edit thing there. In the edit thing, it has information. I can do a little message. I just put the same message there for the most part, honestly. I haven't figured out, I keep meaning to look up like how to get it to get my logo to stay up. For some reason it does not do that, but it's pretty easy for me to get to have it in different sizes and everything. I just use the original one, so it might be that I need to use a different size, I think. So we're going to save that. Let me go back over here into this corner. Alright, and then it has my general packing slip thing, and then you can see my logo right there, and we're going to go to print and print that. Alright. Printing. Okay. Then I'm going to hit the back button. Maybe. For some reason there. Alright, let's just... I don't need to use the back button. Okay. So since I'm just printing one label out, I'm just in the transaction part instead of the bulk label thing. So I do my usual switching this. It's 3 items. It's not going to be more than 3 ounces because 2 of them are minifigures, and then 1 small piece. Make sure. Alright, yep, I'm going to mail it out here in a little bit. So we're going to calculate shipping cost and confirm and pay. So that's $3.12. And alright, so once you do that, it gives you this thing here. You go to print, and then we're going to print again and print again. Okay. Alright, so now I have my packing slip that I can use once I start getting more bulk orders. Cat food. Alright. I can use these. Well, hopefully I'll at that point have my my label, my order things. Just messing, just putting in tracking numbers from some stuff. But that way I can use those to kind of keep track of what order I'm doing, or what order is going where, and all that good stuff. I did finally start getting everything down, so I have, that is stuff that I am not going to part out just yet. This was just something that was used, and one thing that I'm going to give to my son. The other city thing I might give to my son too. So I started organizing my shelves a little more. It looks a lot better. And I still need to look up what kind of boxes are worth selling or not, because I'm going to start getting rid of some of those, I believe. And I don't know, I still haven't decided if I was going to use the sell instructions or not. Most likely not, because they don't seem to sell very well. Alright, so we got the shipping label created. That was $3.12. So I'm just going to exit off of this. Alright, so what I've been doing is I've been using this thing, this website called Wave, and it's really free. It's free. They updated it recently, so I've been trying to like get back to it, because used to it would go straight to this little thing. You know what? This is just gonna. Alright, there we go. Used to take me straight to this page, but now I figured out it's under accounting transactions that I go to get to this. So I've been able to keep up with what I am, what my income versus outgoing. So mostly on here it's been shipping. I lost my receipts for the stuff that I paid for through Legos, so I didn't put that in here. A lot of it Jay did buy, but there was some stuff I bought. So right now it's showing negative 123 because the amount that I have sold so far does not equal all the shipping supplies that I bought plus the shipping that I've been paying, especially with PayPal being a little crazy. So, but yeah, it's really nice, especially for it being free. It does the basics of what I really need it to do. So I'll come back in here later and put the shipping, and I already put the new Bricklink order there at the top for the total that I got after the PayPal fees. So there's that. Wave is just another website that has been really helpful to me. Also, as far as PayPal goes, so I got PayPal figured out with my business account. Lord, my hair, I need to get a haircut. So with PayPal, one of my previous videos I talked about how I had 2 accounts. So I've been using the microtransaction account because they approved it and it was good to go. That's how I've been able to print the shipping labels for most of them. Oh god, okay. There's the business account that I had open, which thankfully I don't really need, and I'm not even going to worry about it at this point. They had put it on a permanent hold or whatever, saying that I was suspicious or whatever, I don't know. I sent the same stuff to the microtransaction account that I did to the business account, and for whatever reason it didn't work for the business account for some reason. So anyways, I found a website where someone talked about what they did to get their account restored. Now, this is just for people who, you actually didn't do anything wrong, because basically what they do when they verify your account is it's a computer that just goes through and does that stuff. And I don't know, maybe mine got flagged because I uploaded the same thing on 2 different accounts. Because same thing. But anyways, if you're in the US, all you really have to do is go to the Better Business Bureau website and look up PayPal. You want to make sure it's the, what's the address? I think it was the San Jose one. Yeah, you want to make sure that it's the PayPal and the address is for San Jose, California, and then you file a complaint through there. You don't want to sound angry or anything, because no one's going to help you if you're angry. Basically, you just tell them what happened, like, hey, my account got permanently banned. I need to use this account for these reasons for my business. And then you kind of talk them up, being like, I just said this is PayPal is the fastest and safest way for me to do business online. I really appreciate it if someone could look through it and restore my account. And then you just upload as many documents as you can, proving that you're a legitimate business and everything. So for like my business, I uploaded everything that I originally did in my when they verified my account, and then I also took screenshots of my Bricklink and Brickout stores showing, hey, look, they are open here. And I even submitted pictures of the receipts that had the tracking numbers on them that I had to submit, to show that, hey, these definitely are real tracking numbers that I submitted. You can tell that I went and paid for this, all this stuff. So it does take time. You have to be patient. The website said that it took them 14 days. Thankfully for me, it took, I think it took about 5 days for Better Business Bureau to send it to PayPal. And they sent me an email when they did, and then it was like 2 days later I got an email saying your account has been restored. So that's the way to do it. There's an email that it's an actual person that goes through and does those. So that part, so you're actually talking to a real person who can do something about it. Don't call PayPal. Those people are just told to say these things. These particular things, they're not going to actually help you. They're not able to help you. They're just like every other customer service line where they're going to be like, hey, I can tell you this stuff. And that's all they can tell you. They don't have access to any of that stuff. So don't call them like I did. It was a complete waste of time. All I did was frustrate me more, and it's just not worth it. So I might include the link to this website I found, because it also talks about if you're in the UK what you can do, and because I guess Better Business Bureau isn't in the UK, although I think this person said that they still use Better Business Bureau and just said that they were in the US. I don't recommend that, just because I don't recommend anything that's going to be illegal or that's kind of questionable, like as far as morality and ethics and everything goes. I just I prefer you go the right way about doing things the right way, because that's going to be the best way that's actually going to get you taken care of and make people trust you a little more. And in businesses, trust is the biggest thing. So that was what I did. I got that one back. I don't really care about it at this point, since they fixed the microtransaction account to where it takes out your fees based on what's going to give you the most money back with the dynamic pricing. I don't need that business account. That was where most of my money was, though, and with it being on hold, I wasn't able to get to that money. So that was the only reason I really cared about getting that one restored. So now I was able to put the tracking info in for the ones that were still on hold. They've all been delivered at this point, so within the next day or two, I should be able to get access to that money. And that way I can, most likely I'll just put it back into the business right now and get some more Legos to put into my inventory. Alright, so there was that. I guess the next thing I want to do before I get into picking this order, which I need to do, actually, I don't have much time left because I have my first physical therapy session coming up soon that I'm going to need to leave for. So I'm going to do another video probably that talks about where to find fees and keeping track of fees for everything. Since I use Brick Freedom, I have fees for that, which I'm still trying to figure that one out a little bit. And then Bricklink and Brickout will go through looking into your fees and making sure you get that paid and all that. So I'll do another one for that, and for how to create the little card things that I do for my YouTube videos. Well, that I did on the last two thumbnails. There we go. How I do them, at least. So I'll do another video this afternoon probably of that, and then a video with Legos training as well probably. They'll probably be uploaded after I go to DragonCon. Going to DragonCon tomorrow, yes. Alright, so for now we'll just work on picking this order. So we do have this, and I love how it says, let's start picking. Alright, so let's lower it down. And then, so yeah, this is literally all that they bought. Oh, it's a clear head, so that wasn't something. But this, actually no, none of this stuff was stuff that I recently put up. So I guess they just maybe visited my site there. Alright, so both of these are in bin 2. We've got Hermione. I want to make sure we get the right Hermione because I have a couple of them. And Huntress. Okay. So I moved all of my bins over here. I do need to go to Dollar Tree and get some more note cards because I apparently never labeled this, and I have a bunch of things that I need note cards for. And a lot of my minifigures have been bought too, so... Oh, okay, so this does need to be turned around like this. Okay, still doesn't have a card though. Alright, so right off the bat, here is my Huntress. I'll put it right there. And Hermione Granger. I think these were the ones that had gotten bought, so it's probably one of these. Hermione Granger. 2-3, yep. Alright, and there's 2 of them, and they only wanted 1 though, so there's that. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so there's those. And the other thing that it wanted was 78. They wanted 1 clear head. Alright. So, let's take this over here. And I'm trying to think of where I might be able to set this up at to where, oh, you know what, I don't really need this anymore. Let's go ahead and turn that off. This is the Epson, one of those ones that has the bottles to do the refills. It's supposed to be a lot greener and better, so I'm not throwing away ink cartridges or something like that, I think. I really like it. I thought it was pretty cool, and I've printed tons of stuff out without actually needing to, I don't know how well this is gonna work. Alright, I guess let me do it where I usually do. I guess I need to start looking for camera angles to find the best place to put things. Here, let's just put that in the way. Okay. Alright, so that'll just be from a distance for now. I figured I might try and do a showing of packaging. I don't have any more Huntresses, so I'm going to put it with those. I need to buy some notebooks with some stuff to be able to put those in there so I don't get lost. Alright, so I have my things right here. Let's find a small one. I need one that we'll use this one. Alright, so I have a bunch of these. So I think I'm just going to put everything into these and just use my Ziploc bags here. Alright, I just want to make sure that I get everything out of there. And actually, just to keep this one with minifigures, I like to have it to where I like to keep the stuff together. I'm a little OCD about that. I don't like, I mean, you know, I want to save as much as possible, but I like to keep things together, organized in certain ways. So, I'm just going to fold this one up. Make sure I get all the air out of it. Alright. We'll put this one in the bag as well. Let's flip it around. Alright, so we've got that all packaged up right there. And then we're just going to fold and fold. Okay. So behind here I've got packaging tape. I've got my roll stuff that I'll use in just a second. the packaging tape, tack this up and make sure none of it falls out of the bag. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. Okay. And then I need bubble wrap. I'll just use one piece for now. I did just recently notice that it has it pre-cuts in it that I can just tear off. So I don't have to sit there and fight with it anymore. Which is just awesome. Alright, so I usually like to put it in the middle and roll it up nice and good. It's nice and layered with the bubbles. And then I'll flip one side down one way and one the other way. So now it's bubble protected on both ends as well as around. And then to keep it in place, I like to use this stuff. So it's pretty easy to get through. They don't have to like cut through a whole bunch of packaging tape and worry about damaging product. Alright, so just do a few rolls. It doesn't really take much. I just like to make sure that I have it wrapped around it to where it takes care of all the bubble wrap. And then that. Alright. So now I have a nice little roll here. So then I get a mailer. Alright, so the first time I did this, I tried to put the stuff in the mailer and then put the shipping label on. And that created problems where it was really hard to try and make sure that the barcode for the tracking was nice and flat. So we are going to just go ahead and cut this out. And it helps that I have y'all at a distance now, so I can just do this without having to worry about anyone's information showing up. Okay. Alright, so we got that cut out. So then the next thing I do like to, sometimes they're small enough to where I can just put it down at the bottom and just try and make it even smaller. I'm just going to do this one the same to run the length of the whole package because it is kind of big. Since everything's nice and flat, I can get that on there nice and flat. Just want to make sure I have enough to go through go over the whole thing. There's that, and I usually do like 3 pieces of tape to make sure it gets uncovers all of the shipping label, and I don't have to worry about it tearing any or anything like that. Okay, so we got that. So now I'm gonna cut out packing slip as well. I'd be so happy when I get my order cards and a label maker so I can cut out all this excess waste of paper that I'm having to do with this. Alright, so for this I'm just going to, sometimes I roll it around. I think this one I am just going to fold, and we'll go ahead and put this in here for now. I'm kind of struggling with getting everything packed up right. Okay, and I got some more brown paper from something that Jay had bought. I opened all of this. I think I can just take care of this. Maybe just the top of it. Alright. I think craft would be perfect. So then I can just kind of smush it up and put it in here to give some extra protection, fill up the bag so so it doesn't roll around or anything like that. Alright, and then packaging slip can just go in the front. I did have one person request no invoice or packaging slip in the last batch of orders, so I had to make sure to remember not to put those. And sometimes I even just forget that part in general anyways. Alright, so now that's nice and snug in there. Feels beautiful. There's no way it's going to be able to move around or anything. So we're just going to do this. Make sure I have it nice and tight and just fold it over. And my fiance gave me the idea that I should also make sure that there's no way for anyone to like be able to get through the edge here. Oops, there's some extra tape there. Let's cut that off. There. So what I started doing is, you can see my edges right here. Make sure that you can actually see that. Where, you know, it can kind of tear or whatever. So I'm just going to tape those pieces down too. Just to give some extra protection. Alright, and that is how to pack an order. And I just put it at 3 ounces because it's a regular package. The small package is 43.9 grams, which I think is not even. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 2 ounces at most. Not even 2 ounces. So that works out really well. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so we've got that done. It's ready to go. I can drop it off when after my physical therapy. Okay, so now I have that, and I can just click all this stuff, mark it as processed, and then it shows the person's information, and it gives me the option for the tracking ID. So I'm going to put that in right now. Alright, and I'm going to hit the save button. I don't think that part's really necessary, but I like to. Alright, and then we're going to click mark when it's posted. And it takes me back to here. And then when I go to my Bricklink, Bricklink orders, it's going to, over where it shows the tracking number, it has that posted there, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on, there's a little, it looks like a little package, and it sends the, it's for the drive-through message. So it just says, Bricklink order has been shipped today, should be reaching you soon. I still just did the generic one there, so there's nothing in extra that they wanted or anything, so I won't add that there. I'm going to click the send message, and so that's been done. I think when I come back, that other video I want to do is I'm also going to talk about how to create cells, because I'm going to do another one for this weekend for Dragon Con. And how to remove too, because it's really simple. Alright, well, I have really got to get, because I'm actually going to be running a bit late to my appointment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once I get back, there's also on Bricklink where next to where it says shipped now, since I posted it, there's a spot for me to do feedback, so I'll put feedback in for the buyer. 4 of the people that I've already shipped to from Bricklink have given me feedback. Brickout, only 1 person did. So I'm guessing I'm gonna get more feedback in Bricklink than I will Breakout, but Breakout also has this thing where it boosts you using your feedback from another website. So I might do that just to help, since a lot of people don't really, as of right now, it doesn't seem like a lot of people in Breakout give feedback. So that might help me out a little. But that's pretty much it. I'll get this uploaded and hopefully post it tomorrow. I'm posting another one right now, or I will post one today once I do that other video showing how to make the thumbnail. And then I think the next one I post I'll probably schedule it for Monday. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching and being a part of this with me. If you like my videos, please do subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!